Good evening, you sexy sons of bitches. I am the Rockabilly Rambler, and today I'm testing out this boat. This is Joe's Goldwing, not Cafe Racer Joe, it's another Joe. And wasn't charging. Well, I killed the motor just to see if it would start back up, but no, it doesn't seem to want to start. Let's see if we can bump start the bitch. Alright, we bump started it. So it wasn't charging, it was holding at 10 volts steady. I replaced the regulator rectifier. It doesn't look promising. It's peaking at 12 volts. Gotta take it for a ride. As you guys know, replacing the stator in this model is quite the pain in the ass. I checked output at the stator and it had specified outputs working, and I was like, well, it's the regulator rectifier, and what do you know, now it's at 12 volts. But correct me if I'm wrong, shouldn't it be at like 14 volts, especially when revving? I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Anyways, I'm on a boat. Always appreciate getting work, and I always appreciate getting to test ride somebody else's motorcycle. I like to hoon, but this ain't no hoon machine. I'm on a boat, boy. Ooh, that's a cute trailer. Looks like one of those temporary field office things. Cute though. I mean, for the single gentleman. Getting that twin cam alive. Oh, it's so spongy. You touch the brake and you don't feel anything. It feels like the front tire is flat. It's like hard to turn. Well, with the engine running, it's holding steady at 12 volts. It's decent. Maybe there's a drain. There's all this janky wiring down here. I told Joe it looked a little sketch. He says he wants to go ahead and rip them out, but they're powering the fuel pump. I guess the original wiring. He paid $1,000 for a 1200cc touring bike. It wasn't bound to be perfect, but he's been using it. His car took a shit. Much sketch. I put my foot down to keep myself up, and I hit myself on the center stand. It was pretty sketch. Maybe it just feels this shitty on low speeds. Well, I've test ridden. I've certainly test ridden Goldwings before. At the motorcycle shop, I got to test ride everything, and maybe, I don't know. I felt the tire pressure at the front wheel, and it doesn't feel low. Let's pull it out on the highway for a quick second. Doggo. I'm on a boat. Man, these normal handlebars feel super strange. Oh, the old girl's got some push to her. She's an 86 model, 4-cylinder. Put it down into first because there's a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit up in this bitch. This is a good time to Turn on the high beams. Voltage isn't going down. Oh shit, I'm doing like 10. It's 15, stupid. Keep the speed there. Nice and steady. I don't really want to ride out there to my private test track. Seems a little far. I'm a little sketched out. The steering doesn't feel good, and I'm super butthurt that it doesn't want to start on its own. Had to bump start it. It seemed like the neutral safety switch wasn't working. Still holding steady at 12 volts. And in school zone. See ya! Gonna turn it around here. Head back home through the back streets. Of course, it should be making its proper voltage at high RPMs, but the cruising speeds might be a little different. Ooh, a little Nissan. I want one of those VQ powered Nissan Maximas. There's a video going around the interwebs of a Nissan Maxima spanking a Porsche. It's turbo and stick shift, but I'm a believer, man. After having 4-cylinder cars all my life, yeah, the V6 it's a good compromise between the brutal power of a V8 and economy of a 4-cylinder. I mean, it wastes more gas than a 4-banger, but I hardly ever drive cars anyway, being a motorcyclist and whatnot. I don't even know how to park a car. Speaking of which, I don't even know how to park a fucking goldwing. Oh boy, waved me on through. Oh, charging at 13 volts, look at that. Maybe it just needed to get up to operating temperature. I'm a little sketched out though, because it's an aftermarket regulator rectifier, obviously. And well, it could always be overcharging, you know, like maybe once it gets out on the highway it'll keep climbing past 14 now that it's up to operating temperature there. Who knows? I'm sketched out, not satisfied. I'd like to put a new alternator in it. People tell me I need to get a big bike because I'm a big dude. I look funny on my little bikes. I'm out here sitting on this Goldwing 4-cylinder 1200cc boxer. Big boat touring bike. And my chin is above the windshields. Boy, I make big bikes look small. It's hopeless. I do want a CBR 1000 or a Yamaha 1000. Ooh, neat. Neat. Look at that. Little LED sled starter pack. It's a sweet truck too. Look at that, an old Pontiac. That is sweet. I thought it was an Impala. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna head around home, put it back together. Heavily advise Joe to get himself a voltmeter. I don't want to leave mine out in the weather. But I mean, he's got a voltmeter here, but it doesn't fucking work. Wonder what's wrong with that Toyota. I'm butthurt about leaving my voltmeter out in the weather, so we can get his, hook it up, maybe get some longer leads, leave it plugged in, and yeah, keep an eye on his voltage. Give me a report. If we have to replace the alternator, we have to replace the alternator. It's about $200 worth of labor, but if it's gotta get done, it's gotta get done. I told him we should do a car alternator on the highway bars, but he wasn't having that, so oh well. All right.